For many people, waking up to chemtrails is a process. First, you are baffled that you did not already know about it. Then, you're angry and maybe even depressed. Then, you inevitably want to do something about it. You want to direct your energy to action. The powers that be want you to believe that your voice does not matter. But this couldn't be further from the truth. And by being here today, we show the world that we are not only waking up, but we are finally ready to take a stand and raise the consciousness on this issue. But still, for many, the control of the mind must be dismantled. The mainstream media mind controllers attempt to confuse us by saying chemtrails are a crazy conspiracy theory, but geoengineering is a viable solution to climate change. However, this gaslighting is a blatant lie. Geoengineering and chemtrails are the exact same thing. Other terms such as solar radiation management, stratospheric aerosol injections are used to muddy the waters and further confuse us. And as we know, a confused mind never takes action. But no matter what name you give it, the chemtrails, the stratospheric aerosol injections, it's all a crime against all life on Earth, and we're here to stop it. By spraying the skies with heavy metals, such as aluminum and barium, they control the weather and engineer climate chaos, causing the exact same problems they claim to be attempting to solve with geoengineering. But the spraying of our skies is actually waking up the sleeping populace, which you won't hear on the TV. And you hardly hear it on social media because we're in an echo chamber and we're censored. But it's true. Just look around you. We the people are waking up. I'm reminded of the famous quote, "The revolution will not be televised." Whereas in fact, we are all witnessing a rising consciousness where also the collective evolution of mankind will also not be televised, but it's happening. The media will continue to try to convince us that the world is fast asleep and that we are hopeless. Though in reality, people of all walks of life are waking up to the chemtrails and to the weather engineering. I truly believe the lockdowns opened many people's eyes, and people are now more than ever talking and asking questions, and the collective frequency of mankind is rising. So the powers that be are beginning to worry even more about us and our potential for unity and the reclaiming of our sovereignty. And that is why they are scrambling to push us into net zero 15-minute cities under the guise of being green. This agenda is not about being green. It's about one thing: control. But behind the green mask, they will hide and again attempt to divide us. They see the world waking up, which is their biggest nightmare. So they are scrambling to keep their grip of control. Behind the green mask, they'll try to keep you in the dark. They'll try to have you thinking carbon and cows and you are the problem. Behind the green mask, they'll try to have you thinking electric cars and ULEZ restrictions are the answer. Behind the green mask, they'll have you telling on your neighbor for taking a long hot shower. Behind the green mask, they'll attempt to restrict our travel or even initiate climate change lockdowns. They'll strip us of what freedoms we still have and monitor us day and night to limit our carbon output. They'll block out our sun. They'll even go as far as claiming eating bugs instead of livestock is a more sustainable way of consuming protein. Behind the green mask, they'll have you thinking carbon is the enemy and even the sun is the enemy. The sun is not your enemy. Those trying to trick you are your enemy. But the media keep many eyes blind to the world and blind to the lines in their skies. And the skies are in fact getting worse. The more they do the spraying, the worse and more volatile our weather gets. And then the more they can push their agenda onto those that are still sleeping. problem, reaction, solution. We are stuck in a problem, reaction, solution paradigm. The real problem is geoengineering. The true solution, the real solution is to cease all geoengineering operations and to unplug your TV. They call it programming for a reason. We can make a difference on this issue by taking a stand, by showing the world we can see through the lies in our skies. If we pass this burden to the next generation, they won't have the same fight in them that we do, because they won't have the precious memories to hold on to of what it is we are fighting for. Their skies will already be so changed they won't even know what a real sky looks like. We have got to open the minds of our children so that they can know the truth about geoengineering. It's a battle for their minds, and we must plant the seed of awareness so that they may see the truth in their skies. The road to chemtrail awareness is paved with events such as this. These gatherings plant the seed of truth in the hearts and minds of not just those here today, but those around the world who learned how we gathered and saw what we did. The entire world is watching as the UK government publicly moves forward with sun-dimming geoengineering programs. The world is waiting for your reaction, and we are praying the fight will begin here and that we can follow in your footsteps in rejecting the lies of the New World Order green agenda. As stewards of this earth, we must keep the hope alive, keep the memory of beautiful skies alive, and pass on to our children the fight for truth, just as our ancestors passed it down to us. Every generation has a fight, and this, everyone, is our fight. We are the torch bearers when it comes to blue skies, and it is up to us what gets passed on. So we're going to do this every year. We're going to have annual solstice rallies. We're going to make it a worldwide event, and we're not going to stop until we can see those blue skies again and stop the spraying. The next time you see a beautiful sky with white fluffy clouds, although they're few and far between nowadays, but the next time you see a beautiful blue sky, show someone. Use your voice. You don't have to just point out the chemtrails. Point out those beautiful days. Instead of doing it in fear, do it out of love. Show them the beautiful skies and remind them how few and far between those skies are. And then when the sky is a grid pattern the following day and the sky is completely different, point that out too, because your voice matters. And we all play our part in this mass awakening of consciousness. And by honoring the truth in your heart, you can help the cause by just looking up and speaking up and being the change that this world needs. So please, in honor of truth, in honor of the children, in honor of our son, in honor of our ancestors, in honor of our grandchildren, let's stand together to shine the light on the lies in our skies and keep hope alive as we make this an annual worldwide gathering, and let us not stop until we put an end to the spraying. Thank you, everyone. I hope you're making some friends today. These are your allies. Look around you. Look to your left and right. These are your friends. These are your people. This is your tribe. Please, make some contacts, make some friends today. Next, we're going to do musicians, so don't leave. And then hopefully the weather holds up and we can all gather in the park and have some food and mingle and chill out. Appreciate it.